Torch Lake was once a central location for much of the copper country's mining industry. Today, the remnants of that time have begun to harm the lake environment. In the last few years, the EPA, AGLE, and Honeywell International have taken different steps to help remediate some of the damage from mining waste. With more details is Keweenaw Bureau reporter Thomas Fournier.
The Copper Country community met with the EPA, Eagle, and Honeywell International to learn more about the pilot study starting soon on Torch Lake. The lake was designated an area of concern under the 1987 Great Lakes Water Quality Agreement. In 2019, the EPA signed an agreement with Honeywell International to begin studying how to remove barrels with mine waste or find a way to remedy those sites.
We completed a focused feasibility study in the Lake Linden recreation area. Last year was finalized, and it selected remedial alternative of dredging. So we'll be going in the area. There's been a lot of environmental sampling done in areas with elevated levels of contaminants. Will essentially be dug out and removed, and the area will be backfilled with clean material.
The EPA and Honeywell will begin work on the pilot study to better understand the factors involved with removing barrels at various depths. This fall, contractors will work near the Hubble processing area.
So we have an area at the Hubble processing area where we have contaminated sediment, but there are also about 400 drums at the bottom of the lake. So this pilot study is looking at how we can effectively remove these drums in different water depths, because we have drums from 20 feet to about 80 feet of water. So they'll spend 4 days, our EPA contractors will spend 4 days in each of these 3 areas and do a lot of monitoring to understand how effectively we can remove drums at these various water depths. So that's why we're here today, to really let people know that there's going to be trucks, there's going to be equipment, there'll be barges and cranes on the lake in late September and early October.
To help with the project, Eagle had to find a way to work on a separate stage of Torch Lake's larger remediation. By working to study beneficial use impairments and the degradation of benthos in the water, Eagle could also get involved with Torch Lake.
So one of the impacts was degradation of benthos. And degradation of benthos, so the state has criteria that we evaluate that from, and that criteria says we can say the impairment has been fixed if we remove contaminated sediment. So there's your linkage to the EPA and the Honeywell project. Now sometimes the state of Michigan will come in also as a sponsor for those projects, but the state has no more money to come in as a sponsor. So ideally we would have money. We used to through the Clean Michigan initiative, and now we don't have a lot of money, any of that money left, and we used to use that as match. However, we are as a partner in the sense that we are all working towards the benefit of this area of concern. The Benthos project was a way for us to say, let's not just think about contaminated sediments, let's think about some other enhancements that we can do that will increase the benthic population in the lake.
Those interested in learning more about the Torch Lake project within the Great Lakes areas of concern with the EPA, Eagle, and Honeywell International can find more details online. With ABC 10 and CW5, this is Thomas Fournier.